Your anti-trans rhetoric makes the trans community carry guns. Rainbow Reload! They're packing heat. They'll be appendix carrying in more ways than one. Watch out.
Fox News host Tucker Carlson found out that some trans people own guns for self-defense and had a complete and total mental breakdown on live TV. Let's watch.
Wait a second, we thought. This is NPR, National Public Radio, suddenly telling you that actually guns are good. They're valuable tools of self-defense, really against you. So there are times when guns are good, says NPR. And we thought, well, wait a second. We've been listening to NPR since, well, Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers, and we remember very clearly their position on guns. For example, quote, the U.S. has more guns than any other country in the world.
I'm Rayy Vana, and welcome back to Rebel HQ. There's so much wrong with that segment, I don't even know where to begin. But let's start here.
And we remember very clearly their position on guns. For example, quote, the U.S. has more guns than any other country in the world.
That's not a position. That's just a fact. That would be like if I said my position on Chicago is that it's in Illinois. It's just true. It's not a stance. Now, I want to remind you that the piece that he's referring to is about how trans people are arming themselves because there's been an increase in anti-trans hate crimes. Now, with that in mind, watch this clip again.
Guns are good. They're valuable tools of self-defense, really against you.
Yes, that is Tucker Carlson saying that his audience are the people committing anti-trans hate crimes that trans people would need to protect themselves against. Just absolute buffoonery over on the White Power Hour with Tucker Carlson. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the real heart of the hypocrisy happening in this segment by Tucker Carlson. Tucker pretends to be a strong proponent for the Second Amendment and defends gun rights and gun ownership in America. Unless it's trans people, apparently. If you're a cis straight man who owns a gun, you're just a good old-fashioned American. But according to Tucker, if you're a transgender person who owns a gun, you're a pedophile.
Groups like Rainbow Reload exist around the country, often called pink pistol clubs. It's a place for experts and the gun curious to practice and improve their shooting. But this goes beyond hobby. There's a practical goal here.
Ooh, the gun curious. Well, you know, when NPR describes something as the fill-in-the-blank curious, then it's a good thing. Ooh, the pedophile curious. Now the gun curious.
Now, the NPR report was obviously being a little bit cheeky by calling people who are interested in guns gun curious, and Tucker Carlson took it to some new disturbing level. I want to remind everybody that Tucker Carlson didn't call for gun control when 17 people were murdered in a school in Parkland, Florida. No, in fact, he said that people calling for gun control or trying to wage class war.
By mindless screeching about gun control, led by blustery charlatans in the media, you know exactly who they are.
But now that he finds out that some trans people own guns, now Tucker Carlson supports gun control.